Hey, what's up? This is Chris from ElectroFame. So today's review is about one of the best budget smartphones we have seen so far on the market. It's a new brand which just came out, which is called Mpie, and this is the Mpie G7. So just for quick specifications, we have here actually Android 4.4 quad-core processor, 2 GB of RAM and 8 GB of RAM, up to 64 GB, NFC, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and on top of it we have 4G with 4 frequencies, 800, 1800, 2100 and 2600. So it's a great smartphone. So let's have a look at the specification, at the box itself. So we have one screen protector inside of the box. Then we have a user manual, which is actually quite cool because it shows you all the features, all in English. And it shows you actually all what you can do with a smartphone. So smart capture, voice control, fingerprint identifications, we will see that in details, gesture awakening, so intelligent wake up, and gesture sensing. And we also have actually a Wi-Fi display, so the screencast. So this user manual is pretty cool. So otherwise we have one battery of 2200 mAh. Okay, then we have one USB charger. So this is a EU plug, but you also have the possibility to choose a UK or US plug when you check out on our website at www.electrofame.com. And also we have two other items. So one USB cable, micro USB, and some earplugs, in-ear earplugs with voice control. So here, and a 3.5mm jack here. Okay, so this is it basically for the box itself. So let's have a look at this smartphone. So we have here actually a 5 inches HD screen smartphone. So if we have a look at it, so on the back is actually quite special because we have here the camera, the flash, and here this little red stuff is actually the fingerprint scanner. So you can actually use it to swipe your finger in and to protect your phone basically from other people. So it's pretty cool. So the back camera is a 8 megapixels camera, and on the front we have here a 2 megapixels camera. So here's actually the speaker. On the front here we have actually the three usual buttons, touch buttons, so the back, home, and the menu settings. And here you see that this is actually 4G, but so it's pretty interesting. We have the speaker, and on the side we have here the power button, and on the other side we have the volume button. So on the top we have the USB and the 3.5mm jack, and on the bottom we only have the microphone. So this is what it is all about. And regarding the dimensions, we have here like a smartphone which is like 143.5mm by 71mm and a thickness of 8.9mm. So basically this is it for this smartphone. So now what we can have a look is actually inside. So we can just open it. So we have one SIM card, so which is like 2G, 3G and 4G. So I repeat the frequencies. So for the 4G is 800, 1800, 2100 and 2600. So here you can even see that this is LTE. So we have here the possibility of inserting like a SD card up to 64 gigabytes. Then you can see the different models, so GPS, Wi-Fi, and NFC on it, so which is like a new feature. Fingerprint scanner, LED flash, and camera, and the battery here, and you see this is so the Mpie G7 and the speaker right here. So basically this is it for the appearance of the phone. So it's all plastic made. No any aluminum frame, nothing, is only about plastic. So this is why it makes actually, for the shape, it makes this smartphone really good in hands, no problem at all. So let's put the battery on then, and let's get started. So we can just turn it on now. Mpie. So here we go. So the screen is actually very responsive, no problem. So let's have a look at the applications right away on it. So we have actually the browser, calculator, calendar, camera, clock. We also have the compass if you need it, downloads, emails, file manager, flashlight, always useful, FM radio, gallery, Gmail, Google settings. So we also have actually the Google Map inside right away, messaging, movie studio, music, notebook, people, phone, and the Play Store, so you can download all your favorite applications without any problem at all, and settings, sound record, to do videos, and voice search, and Wi-Fi. So this is all what is by default when you buy this smartphone. Regarding the toggles, this is what we get. So here on the top you can actually choose the different sound modes. Otherwise you have the Bluetooth data connection, you can just turn it on, turn it off, aeroplane, GPS and Wi-Fi. If we go to settings, settings is actually separated in 4 parts. So we have here, this is like the general part, so we have the SIM management, when you have like one SIM card installed in or not, a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cast screen. So cast screen is when actually you use in your project actually the screen of your smartphone on the bigger screen, like for example your television. Data usage, more aeroplane mode, default SMS app, tethering, portable hotspot, VPN, mobile networks, and USB internet. So as usual, nothing very fancy on this site. Language and input. So what do we have? We have actually quite a lot of languages. So we see that the list is pretty long, so you will probably find yours inside. Alright. Then we have the screen gestures. So what they call here the screen gestures is actually what we can call the intelligent wake up for some of the phones. So what does it mean exactly? Here you can see a double tap, swipe up, launch camera, launch flashlight, control music, and more gesture. So if we check just double tap, you see when the screen is off, double tap on it to light the screen. So we'll just take it in a very short time, and here we have actually like, for example, the gesture E. We could like say this is for example for email, and we just turn it on. And let's try these 2 features. So we just turn off the screen, as I said, we just double tap, and up the screen is getting on. So if we just do that and we draw E, you see it's recognizing, and right away you enter the email. So it's actually pretty interesting features that more and more people are looking for, and it's actually like a quick access to some very cool functions. Otherwise, daytime, finger scanner. So finger scanner is here, as I said before, so this little function feature here. So for that you first need actually to enter the fingerprint manager, and you need to register your fingerprints. So when you go on it, here you can see that actually that asks you to register your fingerprint. So for that they even show you how to do it. So you just have to swipe it actually on the back like that, and we can just try once. You see just one. So it works, you know, you just have to do it 8 times, and then after that, you know, your fingerprint will be like registered inside, and you will be able to use it, for example, to unlock your smartphone, which is pretty cool if you don't want any other people actually to access your smartphone. Some people might think this doesn't work and it's fake, but no, we have checked it, you know, here at ElectroFame, and it really works. So nobody can access your smartphone. if nobody has your finger basically. So notification lights too, so you have like the lights when you get like a message, for example, you can customize, so LED working time, notification LED color, calls LED color, and messages LED color. Developer option for the people who just want to have more access to some stuff about Android, so this is obviously more for advanced users. Storage, we have here actually 8 GB of RAM, so we have here actually 1.48 plus 2.51, but you have to take off like maybe 1.5 GB altogether, so you should be like around 5 GB free when you get a smartphone. So then we have the battery, so I already said this is a 2200 mAh battery, scheduled power on and off, gesture sensing. So here we see that actually the gesture sensing is working for the gallery, music and camera only. So for the people who don't really know what is gesture sensing, it's like actually when you just like swipe your hand in the air in front of the sensor in here of your smartphone, and the screen will just like go to the next screen. So factory data reset, and about the phone here, so we can see this is Android KitKat, Android 4.4.2. Alright. So otherwise for the sounds, here you can actually set up your profile, so if you want general, silent, meeting, outdoor, you can even use an audio enhancer for earphones, and you can set up the different ringtones. For the display, you can set up the brightness, so here we can see that it's for this review is set up to the maximum. Then auto rotation, on and off, G sensor calibration, and the S-view window sleep if you want to use it or not when you have the specific case. For security, here we see that we have the Google account, so you can put your Google account on it and have access to the Google Play Store. After that, you can synchronize your contacts, so it's just like a normal smartphone. Location access, here we see that we can have 3 different modes: eye accuracy, battery saving, or device only. The backup reset, accessibility, and printing. So it's a pretty complete package, you know, if we think that we have actually the CAS screen, the finger scanner, the light notifications, gesture sensings, and intelligent wake up, plus without forgetting that this USB is actually OTG. So, and we have here 4G, 2 GB of RAM and 8 GB of RAM. So let's have a look at the specifications in details, just to talk more about it quickly. So here is the Antutu Benchmark. So the benchmark allows you to actually test the performances of your device, and we get a score out of it. So here we already did it for you, and we get a score of 18,188, which is like not too bad. So let's try to understand why actually. So we have Android 4.4, as I said, quad-core processor MTK, so MediaTek 6582, clock at 1.3 GHz. We have the Mali 400 Mpie for the graphic processor, which is not the latest one, but which still does quite a good job. 1280 by 720 for the resolution, so HD resolution. 8 megapixels on the back. No root access, we'll check that later. So 2 GB of RAM and 8 GB of RAM. Quad-core processor, 1.3 GHz. 240 dpi for the density, so actually they say here 5 megapixels, but the front camera is actually only a 2 megapixels extrapolated to 5 megapixels. Then we have the NFC, which is quite interesting too. Wi-Fi and some sensors which are supported, like the direction sensor, acceleration, light, e-compass, and proximity sensor. So this is for the specifications. What we can have a look as well is actually at the display here, the refresh rate. So we have a refresh rate of 60 Hz, which is actually very cool if you want to type very fast, so you will not have any confusion. Then what else do we want to check is actually the multi-touch. So for that, we just drop all fingers on the smartphone, and we see that this is actually a 5-touch capacitive screen. Otherwise, we can check the root. So here is, they say that your device doesn't have root. So basically, if you want to change the Android version, you will have actually to first root the smartphone. So you will have no choice. So that was it for all specifications and all different features. So now we can actually try the GPS to see how it is. So here we are in the house, and you can see that this is already working, and we start to have like 20 feet accuracy, which is actually very good. And you can see this is pretty fast, to be honest. So inside of the house it works very well, so you will have no problem at all for the GPS. It's working very good. So then if we go back now, I want to show you actually the sound and the video. So for that we have one video for you. So we can just launch this one. So the colors are pretty good, so you can see that you can still see it, no problem. So auto rotation is working. The sound is correct, so this is not the most powerful sound we have ever heard in here, but it still does a great job and no problem at all to watch movies. So you will enjoy a lot on this 5 inches HD screen. So I repeat, resolution of 1280 by 720. Alright, so now let's have a look actually at the gaming performances. So for that we have been downloading Asphalt 8, which is one of the latest games available on the Play Store for free. So here we go. So I didn't say, but we have set up actually the Asphalt 8 to the maximum resolution, kind of. I mean, it's like the performances are set up to the maximum. So we'll really see if this is possible to play the latest games in high graphics on the smartphone. So as we see, so far we have no problem. It sounds pretty smooth. So we can see that the experience is actually quite comfortable. So playing the latest games on the smartphone should not be so much of a problem. So basically that's it. So you can see that it's pretty smooth, no problem at all. So last but not least, actually what I want to show you is actually the camera. So for that you can just go on it, and we already took some pictures for you. So this was like a little statue. So here we see that actually when we totally make a full zoom on it, the details are actually quite good. So for 8 megapixels camera we got like good stuff. Alright. So basically this is it for the Mpie G7. So why is this smartphone so interesting? So this is like a very cheap smartphone with actually one of the best features available on the market. So we have here a 4G smartphone, so with 4 different frequencies, Android 4.4, quad-core processor with Mali 400MP, 1280 by 720, 5 inches HD, 2 GB of RAM and 8 GB of RAM, up to 64 GB for the SD card, 2 megapixels and 8 megapixels for the cameras, and we have like a lot of different features like CAS screen, finger scanner here on the back, live notifications if you receive some messages or call or whatsoever, gesture sensing if you just want to swipe easily without touching your screen, intelligent wake up if you just want to have like a quick access to your smartphone when your screen is off, OTG 2, and all of that, for 120 grams and just a thickness of 8.9 millimeters and a battery inside of 2200 mAh. So this is what you get with this really great budget smartphone. So if you want to get more specifications on it, or if you want to purchase this smartphone, feel free to visit our website at www.electrofame.com, or you can also click on the top left corner of this video and we'll redirect you right away to our website. Otherwise, if you have any questions, just feel free to leave a comment below this video and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to thumb up if you really like this video, and otherwise, until then, I hope you enjoy it and see you later for the next one then. Bye bye!